Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In this video we will see the solutions from question number 8 to question number 12 of exercise 1.2 of class 6th. So question number 8 is a student multiplied 7236 by 65. Okay, one student multiplied 7236 by 65. Instead of multiplying by 56, okay, instead of multiplying 56, it means that he has to multiply 7236 by 56, but by mistake he multiplied by 65. So question is, by how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Okay, so his answer is how much greater than the correct answer. Okay, so correct answer we will get from 7236 multiplied by 56, and when 65 multiplies by 7236, on that time our answer is wrong. In the hint they said, do you need to do both the multiplication? So we will solve this question according to two methods. Firstly, we will solve the simple method, then we will solve according to the hint. Okay, so when 7236 multiplies by, okay, multiplied by 65, on that time simply 7236 multiplies by 65. In the rough you will multiply, okay, I am writing directly its answer. 7236 when multiplies by 65, it will gives us 4,70,340, which is the wrong answer. Okay, this one is the wrong answer. Okay, he has to multiply it by the 56. Okay, so second case is when 7236 multiplied by 56, on that time 7236 multiplies by 56, its answer when we will multiply, we will get 4,05,216, which is the correct answer, Okay, question is asking by how much was his answer greater than the correct answer. Okay, we have to simply finding out the difference between the wrong answer and the correct answer. Okay, so difference between wrong answer and correct answer is simply we will subtract 4,05,000 from 4,70,314. Okay, so we will get after subtraction 65,124. Okay, we will get 65,124. So his answer 65,124 greater than correct one, greater than the correct answer. Okay, so this is the proper method. According to question we solved, firstly we solved the 7236 multiplies by 65, then we will get the answer. Then 7236 is multiplying by 56, then we will get the answer. Simply we will get the difference of two numbers, so we will get 65,124. So this is the proper method. But according to hint, okay, this I am solving with the pencil. Okay, according to hint you can simply see, hint said, do you need to do both the multiplication? Simply you can see we perform 2 time multiplication. One time we perform for the wrong one and one time we perform for the correct one. Okay. In the wrong one we are multiplying by the 65 and in the correct one we are multiplying by 56. Simply you can see the difference between 65 and 56 is 9. Okay. When you will subtract 56 from 50, when we will subtract 56 from 65, we will get 9. 9 is the difference between both the multiples. Okay. Difference between both the multiples. Okay. Where they both are multiplying? They both 65 and 56 are multiplying in the 7236. So simply we will multiply 7236 by 9. Again we will get 65,124. So without doing the multiplication of both wrong and correct answer, we can easily get the correct answer by simply taking out their difference. Okay, by simply taking out the difference between 65 and 56, we will get 9 and 9 we will multiply in the 7236. So we will get the difference. Okay, so according to hint, no, there is no need to multiply both. Okay, I hope that you understood this. Okay, now we will write all these things in the simple manner. In the wrong answer we multiplied 7236 by 65 and in the correct one we multiplied by 56. The difference is 9. Okay, so 9 will multiply in the number and gives us 65,124. So we can say no need to do both multiplication. Here we completed the solution of question number 8. Question number 9 is, to stitch a shirt 2 meter 15 centimeter cloth is needed. Okay, for stitching one shirt we needed 2 meter 15 centimeter of cloth out of 40 meter cloth. Okay, so out of 40 meter cloth means the total bunch of cloth is having the length of the cloth is 40 meter. Out of this 40 meter we require to stitch one shirt in 2 meter 15 centimeter. Okay, how many shirt can be stitched and how much cloth will remain? Okay, so we have to identify how many number of shirt can be stitched from the 40 meter of cloth and how much cloth will remain. So firstly we will do cloth required to stitch one shirt. Okay, to stitch one shirt is 2 meter 15 centimeter. Now you can see here we have two units. One is meter, second is centimeter. So we will combine them in the one unit. Okay, simply we will change meter into centimeter. For that we know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So on the place of meter we will multiply by 100. Okay, simply 2 will multiplies by 100, that will add into 15. So 2 into 100 is 200 plus 15. What we will get? 215 centimeter. Okay, so 215 centimeter is required to stitch one shirt and the total length of cloth which is given in the question is 40 meter. Here we have 40 meter. Now one thing, the length of requiring to stitch one shirt we converted into centimeter. So this 40 meter we will also convert into the centimeter. So 40 will multiply into 100 and gives us 4000 centimeter. Now we can easily identify the number of shirt stitched from the total cloth, okay, by dividing 4000 by dividing 4000 from 215, so that number of shirt that can be stitched is equal to total cloth is dividing by the cloth required to stitch one shirt. Cloth required to stitch one shirt. Simply total cloth is 4000 centimeter and cloth required to stitch one shirt is 215 centimeter. Okay, so simply we will divide them. 4000 is dividing by 215. So 215 will goes one time. Okay, subtraction. So after subtracting 215 from 400, we will get 185. This 0 will comes downside. Now when we multiply 215 by 8, we will get 1720. Okay, because it is the nearest one to the 1850. After subtracting, we will get 0, 3, 1. Okay, so total 18 shirt can be, okay, 18 shirt can be stitched, and okay, the remaining cloth is and 130 centimeter cloth will remain. Okay, will remain. 4000 is dividing by 215. It will divide 18 times. So 18 total 18 shirt can be stitched from the 40 centimeter cloth, and total 130 centimeter cloth will remain at the last. So here we completed the question number 9 of exercise 1.2. Question number 10 is, medicine is packed in boxes, each weighing 4 kilogram 500 gram. Okay, so the packet of medicine which is containing the weight of 4 kilogram 500 gram. How many such boxes can be loaded in a van which cannot carry beyond 800 kilogram? Okay, so we have to put the boxes of medicines in the van, and the capacity of van is containing only 800 kilogram. So simply we will finding out the, firstly we will finding out the weight of box and the capacity of vein in the same unit. Here we have kilogram, gram, and here we have kilogram. So we will convert them into the same and only one unit. So we have weight of one box. The weight of one box is 4 kilogram 500 gram. We know 1 kilogram is containing 1000 gram. So we will multiply 4 by 1000 and its answer we will add into 500. Now we will get 4000 plus 500, and finally we will get 4500 gram. So weight of one box in the gram is 4500. Okay, now the maximum capacity. Okay, the maximum capacity, the maximum weight or capacity that van can carry, okay, our van can carry is how much? Is 800 kilogram. So this 800 we will also convert into gram after multiplying by 1000, and we will get 8 lakh gram. Okay, now for getting the number of boxes that can be loaded in the van, we will divide 8 lakh gram by 4500 gram. Okay, we will divide 8 lakh gram by 4500 gram. So this we can write as in this form. Okay, so our last zero will cut last zero. Okay, now we have to simply divide 8000 by 45 for getting the number of boxes that can be loaded in the van. As simply 8000 will divide by 45. 45 1 is 45. Okay, 80 minus 45 is 35. Now this zero will comes downside. 45 sevens are is 315. Okay, so after subtracting we will get 35. Okay, now one more last zero will comes here and we will get 350. Once again we have to divide 45. We have to read the table of 45 7 times and we will get 315, and at last we will get 35. So the total we got 177 boxes. Okay, total we got 177 boxes that can be loaded in a van of capacity 800 kilogram. So 177 boxes is our answer. Question number 11 is the distance between the school and the house of a student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. Okay, every day she walks both ways. Okay, one time student goes from house to school, then school to house. So the same distance student have to follow in the both way. Find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. What we need to find out? We need to find the total distance that the student is covering in 6 days. So for the solution, what we have? We have distance between school to house. School to house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. You can simply see this time student is going from school to home. Okay, it means only one way. This is the distance of one way. So once again, for the second way, when the student is moving from house to school. Okay, so same distance student is covering from house to school. House to school, student is covering the same distance, so the distance of both way means one time school to house, second time house to school. We will simply multiply 1 kilometer 875 meter by 2. Okay, we will simply multiply 1 kilometer 875 meter by 2. So what we will get? We will get 2 5s are 10, 1 on the carry, 2 7s are 14 plus 1 15, 1 on the carry, 2 8s are 16 plus 1 17, 1 on the carry, and 2 1 is 2 plus 1 3. So the total distance of both way is 3 kilometer 750 meter. Okay, it means that in one day, student covers 3 kilometer 750 meter in both way. Okay, At last, we have to identify the total distance covered in 6 days. So same as previous, this time we will multiply 6 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 750 meter by 6. Okay. Simply we will read the table of 6. We will multiply 6 in 3 kilometers 750 meter. So we will get 22 kilometer 500 meter. Okay. So the total distance in 6 days that she has to cover is 22 kilometer 500 meter. You can simply see in this question we have to only multiply the distance. Okay, that's why I did not convert it kilometer to meter, because everywhere we have same values. I hope you understood. Its answer is 22 kilometer 500 meter. Last question of the exercise is a vessel. Vessel means burnie. A vessel has 4 liters and 500 milliliter of curd. In how many glasses each of 25 milliliter capacity can it be filled? So firstly we have vessel and its capacity is 4 liter and 500 milliliter. So firstly we will see capacity of vessel. Capacity of vessel, it means whatever it is containing, that is the capacity of vessel. Okay, so 4 liter 500 milliliter. We have capacity of 1 glass, which is given in the only millimeter. That's why we will convert liter into milliliter. For that we know 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. Simply we will multiply 4 by 1000 and that we will add into 500. So 4 into 1000, 4000 plus 500 is 4500 milliliter. Now we have the capacity of vessel and capacity of 1 glass in the same unit. So we will simply find out number of glasses that can be filled by dividing 4500 by 25. So when we will divide them, what we will get? Simply 4500 is dividing by 25. 25 1 is 25. Okay. 5 minus 5, 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 0 will comes downside. Now 25 8s are is 200. So what we have? Nothing. 25 8s are 200. But at last we have one last 0. That's why we are putting that 0 is here. So it means how many total glasses can be filled? Total 180 glasses can be filled from the vessel who is containing 4 liter 500 milliliter of curd. So here we completed the exercise 1.2 of class 6th. I hope you understood this. If you like this video, please press on the like button. Thank you so much.